Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know. Just gonna give it a few until everybody comes on. This is random, last minute. So, what's up? What's up? What's up to everybody? Cheers if you're taking a drink on St. Patty's Days. We got some good stuff to talk about tonight. What up? What up? Just here waiting for everybody to come on so we can talk about a few goodies. It's gonna be a good build up. Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah, man, I stopped watching him a while ago. I mean, a while ago. Nice, nice. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate that. First live. This is probably like the fifth one already. But yeah, man, appreciate that. Let's wait for a little bit more people, especially today, Sunday. I know everybody's home chilling, hopefully. And we can talk about some good stuff coming in for what we have in store next month, especially starting tomorrow on the 18th. Oh, what a time it is to be a Snyder fan, honestly. And right now, when you think about it, there's all the haters. They're in a corner crying and coping. Oh, the Snyderverse. How do we stop it? How can it stop? And they can't. They just cannot stop it. And most of all, they can't stop any of us because we will stop at nothing. What's going on? What's up? What's up, everybody? I appreciate y'all tuning in. Let's give it a few more minutes and we'll start getting into this and get it cracking. How's everybody's day been going? Hey, Dragon, what's up, man? Big day we got tomorrow. Yeah, they don't want to accept it. They're all in denial. They're completely delusional. See how the tables have turned? Yeah, yeah, that's how it is. Good to hear everything is good. That's how it is. All right, I'm about to give it one more minute and then we'll start getting into this. I mainly want to talk about two things, Rebel Moon and of course tomorrow for the big 3-year anniversary that we all of us, the fans, the like the loyal customers, we made this possible, you know for the Snyder Cut to happen. And look, here we are with Rebel Moon. So we're about to feast. We're feasting right now, but we have more. There's plenty more coming. We'll get into it in a few seconds. So yeah, it's pointless to argue with them, honestly. Let's not even waste our time with them. Just do what I'm doing. Ignore them because they're just the ones that are in denial. All the gun bros are in denial, and they're the ones that are delusional because they can't accept facts. They can never face facts, and most of all, they will never accept and see the facts. Trying to talk with them is like trying to talk with the wall. You're never going to get anywhere. Never giving up. Never giving up. Restore the Snyderverse. Here we are. All right. All right. So let's get into it as we wait for more people to get in and stuff like that. I'm sure the notifications are going out and stuff like that. But I appreciate you if you're watching and if you can stay for a little bit. I appreciate that also. All right. But look, check this out. All right. So for today, right, Zack Snyder came on and he went on Twitter directly. This was today at 11:55 a.m. All right. You can see it right there on his page. All right. Just that alone has 516.1 thousand views. All right. That's without marketing. That's just him going up and saying that tomorrow, April 19th, tomorrow, the 18th, March 18th, that we're going to be getting finally on April 19th on Netflix, Rebel Moon Part 2, The Scar Giver. I can't wait. I can't wait. So tomorrow we get the trailer officially and get ready because we're about to break the internet. Straight up. If you thought the first one was amazing, get ready for the second one. And let's not forget, we also have the extended 6-hour cut for the first Rebel Moon that's going to be dropping sometime in the summer. All right. So this right here is going to piss off a lot of haters and it's going to piss off everybody that's an anti-Snyder fan. You get what I'm saying? Because look, they said, oh, Rebel Moon was a failure. It was a flop. Surprise, we got part two and the trailer's coming out tomorrow. We're about to break the internet, baby. That's how it is. You can't stop us. Our main theme is we will stop at nothing. And like I said, this invisible war against all the haters and everybody that's with the gun bros and James Gunn, they have to accept that we are here and we are not stopping. And this is how we continue to win because not only with Rebel Moon, but tomorrow is the big day of Zack Snyder's Justice League 3-year anniversary. The thing that everybody said would never happen, we finally have it. And it's awesome. Like I said, we're eating good and there's plenty more to come. But right now, let's focus real quick on Rebel Moon. Like I said, I enjoyed the first one for what it is. I get it. A lot of people didn't really enjoy it. It wasn't probably up to their standards or whatever it is with their movie taste. I feel that it was amazing for what we got, honestly. And of course, we're gonna get the R-rated version, the extended Snyder cut from Netflix. So that's even double, triple the win because, you know, and not only that, it's longer than Justice League. 6 hours. You know what that is? There's so much footage with 6 hours. That's insane. That's like a marathon, if you want to say. In a normal day, think about it. You go to work, if you go to work and all that stuff, you put in 8 hours. All right. This movie is 6 hours long, the extended cut. I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait to see that, to see what um, that final version was going to be and to see what it's going to include and stuff like that. So I know it's going to be good. Yeah, nobody cares about Creature Commandos. Notice how nobody's even talking about it? It doesn't even trend. Nobody cares about it. Oh man, it's crazy. You know what? The thing is with these people, James Gunn probably has like don't be surprised because it's also happening on Facebook and all these shows they all work together, right? Let's not forget, all right? This is why it's called the fake media, because they're all fake, honestly, and they don't like when there's a quote unquote movement against whatever their agenda is. And what we got with the Snyderverse is to them it's a scare, a threat. They're worried. They don't like that. So of course, James Gunn's gonna be like, look, I'll put you on the payroll. Here you go, and start banning these people. Because that's what they're doing. But again, this right here speaks on its own. We don't really have to do much. All we have to do is just keep on using the hashtag, and it's gonna do the work on its own. James Gunn's DCU is dead on arrival. It's gonna fail and it's gonna flop, and I can't wait for it to happen finally. Because when it all comes down to it, we know where it's all gonna head. And that's another thing too. I'll get into and talk about it in a few about that. All right. You know what? Let's talk about it now. Screw it. Apparently, there was a rumor going around. All right. I don't know where I came across it. I think probably somewhere on Twitter that somebody posted, but check this out. I don't have the image right now with me, but when I do find it, I'll share it so y'all can see it and stuff like that. I'll get to the point with it. All right. So apparently, James Gunn is putting the Batman 2 to the side. So if that movie does, meaning his Superman quote unquote legacy, if it does more than 500,000, they're going to continue doing what he has to do, with Superman and his Batman and whatever. And if the movie underperforms, meaning if it makes under 500,000, they're going to continue to go with Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves in that universe. So if you really want James Gunn's universe to fail and flop, don't watch Superman Legacy. I'm telling you straight up. Because every ticket that you buy and you support him is just you funding James Gunn's DCU. I'm not doing it, honestly. As a reviewer, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm gonna do y'all the favor and I won't watch it, honestly. If we're gonna send the message clear with our wallets to be closed, we will not support any of keep the wallets closed by not buying merchandise, not buying a ticket, not even to go see it and quote unquote review it. Because if you're straight up boycotting it, why are you going to go and support it? Even if you're a review channel, I'm a review channel. I'm not gonna go and support it. For what? Because if I do that, then the same thing is gonna happen. We're just funding his project, and we can't let that happen. All right. Now, when it comes down to what we're doing with Rebel Moon, meaning in the sense that we're watching it, we're supporting it because, of course, Netflix is going to be making money. Hey, they need fans, they want subscribers. Look, currently, I unsubscribed from Netflix because there's nothing really good on it, you know. But now, oh, you better believe I'm gonna go back on there in April because I'm gonna watch what we have with Rebel Moon and everything that we have on it and stuff like that. So by then, new movies and other stuff I'm gonna be watching and all that. But all right, Batman's not fastest. If it flaws, won't be far damn good because more doesn't say. Yep, I know what you mean. That's how it's gotta be. WB will cancel the DCU entirely. Yep, yep. They're gonna have to. They're gonna have to. If WB does not want to sell, the only solution is for them to come to realize and say, you know what, we need to bring Zack back. We need to do something with the Snyderverse. The fans are there. They're ready to pay. All we gotta do is make it happen. And if they don't do it, honestly, they're just dumbasses. Honestly, like they just don't want money because look at Netflix. Netflix is not they're not afraid. They're not scared. Netflix is going all out with Rebel Moon, and that's how badass they are. That they don't care what people say. They're like, "Oh, the movie flopped." No, it's not because they're making money. So you get what I'm saying? Netflix is like, "We don't give a shit. We're making money." And that's all that matters in the end. Zach is making money, the cast is making money, and freaking Netflix and us fans, we're enjoying it because we're watching new content. And here we have it. That's why tomorrow, when we see the trailer for Rebel Moon, you better believe it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be nuts. I'm thinking it's gonna release sometime around noon, probably Eastern time. That's like probably like 9 a.m. Western time. So I can't wait. Honestly, I'm ready to like check that out and see it. And I know we're gonna get blown away with that and stuff like that. So it's gonna be nice. Exactly. Breathe in that fear. That's just how it's gonna be. Like with Justice League, with the parademons and Stephen Wolf, that the fear. That's the same thing with James Gunn. Like breathe that fear. We know he's scared, and he knows that his DCU isn't going to last. It's straight up being built with no foundation. They're just building it on sand with no solid concrete. I mean, Creature Commandos, they're kicking off the DCU with a cartoon. How pathetic is that? Honestly. So you hold on. Let me just break this down real quick. You're coming over from Marvel, quote unquote, with this big experience of Guardians of the Galaxy. You made all this money, right? But then you're gonna kick off your DCU with cartoons, Creature Commandos. Who are you trying to appeal? Kids, grown kids. I mean, who are you trying to appeal? It doesn't make sense. You see what I'm saying? He doesn't even know what he's doing, It's just he's so confused, he's so lost, and most of it, his ego doesn't let him think fully because his ego's like, well, I gotta think about James Gunn. I gotta think about doing what the gun verse is gonna be about. It's all about me. It's all about me. It's all about me. Come on, dude. At this point, you're just straight up the circus. James Gunn is the ringleader in the circus, and he's the leader of all the clowns. He's the clown of clowns. That's where it's at. And that's how sorry and pathetic his DCU is going to be. It's already off to a bad start. The fans are pissed. The audience is pissed. You're pissing off the Matt Reeves fans. You've already pissed off the Snyder fans, and you're just pissing everybody off with this DCU. Yeah, that Teen Titans, again, he's just desperate. He's just trying. Surprised if tomorrow, when the trailer drops for Rebel Moon 2, James Gunn all of a sudden makes an announcement for his shitty Superman legacy. Probably he's gonna likes the views and the attention. In other words, he's gonna try to take the spotlight from Rebel Moon from Zack Snyder. Honestly, he's gonna do it. Don't be surprised tomorrow. Y'all see that. That all of a sudden, after the trailer drops, James Gunn all of a sudden releases exclusive something with Variety magazine or so and so magazine and be like, look, you get what I'm saying? Because that's what he's gonna try to do. He's just trying to take everybody's attention. But we already know because when we see the views on YouTube, we're gonna see how much views Rebel Moon 2, the trailer, just the trailer, is going to get. And then when you see James Gunn's whatever he's trying to put, like we saw with the girl that's coming out, I guess she's gonna be the villain for the new movie that he's doing. Everybody's just making fun of it. is just a joke. See what I'm saying? He's the ringleader of the circus. But this is where we're at right now. Yeah, James Gunn has a whole bunch of fake accounts. I'm not surprised. Super chat. Good question. I'm still working things out, so I'm trying. While we're on the topic, real quick, I'm trying to see if probably I do like something where I could link the account or something with PayPal, just something where you guys can help and that goes all towards the channel and all this good stuff. So I'm working on a few things, and once that's ready, I'll have the links and everything for y'all. And like I said, I really appreciate y'all, and here we are. We're gonna keep on going. There's no stopping us, and I'm thankful and grateful for everybody that's here for making this possible. Truly, really do. All right, so and then yeah, exactly. Should just call it Lois Lane Legacy, because at the end, Lois Lane is the one's gonna save Superman. You know, I mean, it's 2024. It's like the roles have changed, if you get what I'm saying. Exactly. We'll never forget about that Blue Beetle. Oh, Batman is a fascist, right? Okay, exactly. Look at how much that cost that movie. Pretty much everything. And the worst part about it, and it's funny that they're saying that in 2023, that Blue Beetle and The Flush were like the top films of the year or something. I'm like, they have nothing better to do to come up with so that they can get attention. So it is what it is. Exactly. James Gunn's flop verse. Hey, what up, Peter? I see you, man. What's up? Yeah, I'm still sorting a few things out. So as soon as I get the button working and all that stuff, so I'm still working on some of those I don't know, those things behind the scenes. So, but it'll be up soon. I appreciate that. Yeah, it was trash. The Flush was bad, but Blue Beetle was like even worse, honestly. And I still haven't even seen Aquaman too, so I don't even plan on it, honestly. Probably I'll see it one day. But I don't know. I'm just not interested on it. It's just not. I'm not. Yep, yep, Affleck. But this is why we had to keep on fighting, especially for tomorrow, right? So this brings me into the next topic, all right? Zack Snyder's Justice League, all right? 3 years ago, all right? Tomorrow makes 3 years. Everybody was saying everything about us. They were mocking us. They were making fun of us. They were insulting us. They were bullying us because that's what these people are. They're all bullies, all right? And in the end, what happened? Even when Ann Sarnoff was over at WB, she was like, "Oh, we're never gonna get nothing else. We thank Zack Snyder for his trilogy and blah 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 blah." And what happened? She's no longer there. And what do we have now? The Snyder Cut. That unicorn that would never happen. Oh, it's never gonna happen. Give up. Oh, I don't know why you guys keep on fighting for. And boom, we finally have it. Sold out everywhere where physical media is at. See what I'm saying? Blu-ray gone. DVDs gone. And what do you call it? 4K gone. Everything because people are hungry and they want it because it's quality. This is why when Zach said what he said in an interview, I can't remember which one, but he said it where he's like, WB, if they wanted to be like Marvel and they wanted to build what Marvel was doing, I wasn't the guy. I'm not the one for it. That's why they brought in Joss Whedon and it didn't work out. See what I'm saying? But then we, the fans, fought for the Snyder Cut, and that's what we wanted, and we got it. A rated R film, very successful. The one that everybody said that it would never happen. And we made it possible because we, the fans, do not give up and we know what we want. That's why I'm telling y'all the same thing is repeating again right now. Everybody right now is saying the same. They're like, oh, stop fighting for restore the Snyderverse. It's not going to happen. Blah, blah, blah. The same thing is happening right now. But we can't let that affect us. We have to put up our shield and ignore their comments, ignore their mocks, ignore their memes because that's all they're doing. That's what bullies do. They have nothing better to do. I get message all the time on Facebook and I have to ignore so many accounts because they're just trolls and they just hate and I'm like every single time it's constantly. But it's because they know that their DCU is dead on arrival. And that's what people do. They're just jealous because they're not succeeding and they're seeing that Zach is succeeding with overall the Snyderverse at Netflix with Rebel Moon. We got the Snyder Cut. Everybody said it wasn't gonna happen. Boom, we proved them wrong, and they know that it's just a matter of time for the Snyderverse to be A, restored, or B, sold. Either or, whatever comes from it, we just have to keep on pushing. That's all we have to do. Yeah, Batman Brave and the Bold is going to be a comedy. Yep, for sure. We saw we saw a sample, if you want to say, on the flush when we saw the stunt double of Ben Affleck when he was smiling and laughing with Wonder Woman in the bridge scene. So, I'm not surprised, but you know, exactly, we live in a society where honor is nothing but a distant myth. Yep, yep, there you go. It'll happen with Ben Affleck. He'll come back, and that's another thing too. A lot of people have been saying, and they're like putting comments. I have to delete them constantly because they're like, "Oh, well, Ben Affleck is not interested." Yes, he is. Last year, April 28 and 29, during Full Circle, also known as SnyderCon, Ben Affleck was present along with Zach in the theater. They were talking along with Ray Fisher, and they were saying if WB would call them to come back and make something. And Zach was like, "Hell yeah, I'm waiting for the call." And Ben Affleck was like, "Yes, I'm still down to do stuff." And when they were asked about, "Oh, what would your Batman be like?" None of them comment. You know why? Very smart. Because you don't want to give ideas to the next director, quote unquote, James Gunn. See what I'm saying? So well played. Zach is the man with the plan and he knows what he's doing. Like he said also, he's like, just shoot all your bullets, put everything out there. That's what happened with the epilogue scene from Zack Snyder's Justice League. It didn't just happen. He just was setting up the foundation again for something even bigger. See what I'm saying? The same thing at the end of the movie when you see Wonder Woman and Batman, and they're talking about the table, and he's like, "Oh, room for this," and then she's like, or he was, I can't remember right now, but they're like, "Oh, but room for more." See what I'm saying? Because it's to expand on what he was gonna build and he was gonna set up. He's prepping the foundation for what's to come. That's why I'm like, we need to keep on fighting for the Snyderverse. We cannot give up on it because we need to know what happens in Justice League 2 and especially in Justice League 3. We need to know where what's his name is at, where Darkseid is at. What's happening? We need to know all these things. The same thing how Zach's been talking about it lately, especially in that interview with Joe. What happened? He's like, I'm down to come back and do the Dark Knight Returns. What? Let's go. Why is WB not making it happen? There's money on the table. I guarantee y'all. I guarantee you. I think we all know this. But if Warner Brothers was to come out and just say, hey, we're going to do a Batman movie with Ben Affleck and Zack Snyder's on board, and they just put the Batflick movie or something like that. Just use that hashtag. I guarantee you their stocks are gonna go sky high. The fan demand is gonna be insane. The internet is gonna probably crash because it's gonna be wild. Everybody's gonna be talking about it. Because one, all these years, we're 10 years into the DCU, right? Where it just finished right now last year. But the point is that Ben Affleck was the only actor in all history that never got his own featured standalone film. How disrespectful and unprofessional that is from a studio. Honestly, that makes no sense. That's like you putting out, for example, a Super Mario movie with the title, right? Your biggest IP in Nintendo, but you don't have nowhere to be found Super Mario, but the movie's about him. See what I'm saying? That's exactly with this. How you go with Batman, but you never used them and you never did anything with it. Makes no sense. But again, WB just being WB and playing WB games, this is, the outcome. They brought this upon themselves. But we, the fans, are passionate. We, the fans, are patient. And we, the fans, will keep on fighting for what we want. This is why during those 5 years that we were fighting for the Snyder Cut, what didn't we have to endure? Put that together, 360 days in 1 year, times five. That's exactly what we had to endure. Putting up with everybody's stupidity, everybody's bullying, and everybody's offenses towards us. But who won? We did. We, the fans, won. And who's winning now? We are again, the fans. Because we do not back down and we don't give in to the fear that they try to strike upon us. And that's why they don't like us, because they see we do not bend the knee and we don't back down. We continue to fight, and they don't like that because they know that they're outnumbered. They know that we are strong and we're deep. And this is where we're winning because we got the Snyder cut. We made that possible. If we made that possible, you better believe we're going to make the Ayer cut come true. And we're also going to get the Ben Affleck movie. And give it time, we're going to get that Snyderverse restored. It's just a matter of time. Again, we have to be patient. We have to keep on fighting. That's the only way we go about on this. All right, let me see some comments real quick. You can't wait to see Lois Lane save Superman because it's modern Hollywood. Yep, that's exactly what's gonna happen. Hopefully, Batman Beyond will happen. Hopefully, I hope so too. Yeah, James Gunn, he's overrated. He should have just stayed at Marvel, honestly. Like, or if he was gonna come on DC, just give him the weird characters. The side characters nobody cares about. Oh, I can't even guess the views on Rebel Moon, but for sure, it's gonna be nuts. It's gonna surpass the first trailer. That's for sure. Yep, DCU DOA. Oh yeah, if WB is sold and somebody buys it, which would be probably, I'm not saying it's gonna happen, but it would be nice if Universal buys them. You better believe they're gonna pull the plug on James Gunn's DCU and say, you know what, we're not moving with that shit. We're gonna restore the Snyderverse and we're gonna go where the money's at. Nobody cares about this whole reboot that you're doing. All you're doing is just insulting and pissing off the fans. We want to make money. I would be like, you know what, he's fired. There you go, straight up like Vince McMahon, you're fired. Yeah, that Minecraft, I haven't heard anything about it, but hopefully it's good. Yep, Man of Steel and Zack Snyder's Justice League are both masterpieces. Yes, they are. Yep, men are brave. True, true. Your dad's a big Snyder fan and he wants to see it continue. Nice, nice. He's one of us. Okay, cool, man. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, we need more people in this fight that we're going in. Yep, that's another one too. Paramount ended up listening to the fans. They backed out. They were like, nah, you know what? We're not gonna do it. And of course with Sonic too. So yeah, Man of Steel and Black Adam, they sold well on DVD. Yeah, you know what? Black Adam. Now that you bring it up, Black Adam wasn't bad. It was actually good. If you take away the jokes, I mean, you can clearly see that that was part of the Hamadaverse, and they're trying to force all those comedies and stuff like that. But Black Adam is actually, compared to everything that we gotten after Zach has left, Dwayne Johnson, he actually was doing something good because, of course, we got Henry Cavill back, but everything shifted and changed once James Gunn came on board. And even before he came on board, let's not forget that there were the rumors about David that he was going to replace Henry Cavill, and they wanted to go with a new Superman, and you get what I'm saying? So the the snake was already slithering inside of the studio. It was just a matter of time when he got his power where he's at now, and this is why he's completely screwed everything inside out, and it just keeps turning in upside down. It's just messier than what it is. But Black Adam was good for what we got. Because it was supposed to be rated R, but of course the studio got into the way again and screwing things around, and plus they didn't get a China release, so that's why they didn't make that much money like they wanted. Aquaman 2 did get a China release, so that's another thing that people don't take into consideration and stuff like that. So yeah, I can't guess the views for the new Rebel Moon, but it's gonna be insane. It's gonna be nuts. It's gonna be wild. Yeah, it's doing great. Yeah, for sure. Netflix is happy. They're making money. Yeah, we all want good entertainment. I agree with you. That's all we want. Affleck isn't interested. He's desperately waiting for his time to shine. Yep, that's true. He's just waiting for that call and give it time. We're fighting for it. Yep, David. Nope, nope, not interested. Sonic 1 and 2 were okay. I liked them. I'm looking forward to the new one, so can't wait for that one. Yeah, Brightburn, I didn't even see it, honestly. I still haven't even watched it. I don't even think I will, so, I mean, it's James Gunn we're talking about. Oh, okay, so that's interesting. He hates Superman. Brightburn shows it. Okay, good to know. Now I really won't watch it. And David Corn sweaty. Oh man, Sean Gunn. Sean Gunn, I can't stand him more than I just can't stand none of them. Cheers, my friend. Cheers. You already know. Nick Cage needs to appear in the future. Go ahead. That'd be nuts, man. Yeah, that Lex is tall as hell and completely ridiculous. I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling this honestly. Nice, nice. You make visual effects and short fan films. Nice. Send me your links. I want to check them out. See what you got. Jim Carrey should play both Eggman and Eggman's grandfather since he'll be adapting Shadow's backstory. Supposedly, Jim Carrey is going to reprise his role for the new Sonic movie, which is good because, again, like I've said in the past, for any movie, it doesn't matter which one, continuity is very important, especially when you have the same cast that helps out the movie a lot. That's one thing I didn't like about from Batman Begins to The Dark Knight because when they changed Katie Holmes for the other girl, I can't remember her name. I didn't like that. I wanted still to see what we had in the first one from Batman Begins. And when they do the same thing on what you call it, this movie after Batman Returns, and then we get Batman Forever. I wanted to see Keaton continue, in Forever, but then they changed them for Val Kilmer, which he played the role good, but it's just for the sake of continuity. It's always good to have the same, actors and actresses because it just helps the movie a lot. I don't know, it's just, I guess it just screws my mind when I see that, oh, okay, they recasted somebody. Okay, it's just not the same. So I don't know, it's just little things like that that sometimes throw me off from a movie. Yeah, Tom Cruise. He's another weirdo. Yeah, Sonic 3 is gonna be dope. I can't wait for that one. Yeah, I didn't want her in the Dark Knight either. I mean, she was good, but I wanted the first one still. So it was just continuity and all that good stuff. Exactly, continuity matters. It just helps out a lot in the movie. Same thing like how they do in Jurassic Park, and then another reboot is like, yo, stop it. Like stop with the reboots. They did that in the Transformers movies also. It's like, how many times you have to recast the same character? Just continue with what you have. But again, WB is WB. Oh, that's interesting. You like Joel Schumacher more than Tim Burton? Nice. I mean, that's a first. I've never heard that one, but hey, to each their own, right? Who am I to judge? I ain't nobody. In the end, if you like what you like, hey, I enjoyed the Schumacher films. They weren't the best, but for what we got, that's a lot better than what we have currently going on right now, honestly. And that says a lot. Smallville fans waited 10 years for to wear the suit wearing good, but nah, bro. Anyone hype for the new? Anybody's hype for the new DCU? Yeah, crickets. That's all we hear. Oh, okay, Sean Connery was going to play the Jurassic Park owner. Oh, that would have been interesting. That literally would have been interesting. Hell yeah, DCU is DOA. Completely DOA. Joe's Batmans were good. Yeah, they were. I liked them. Which Lego Batmobile would look good in Lego? You know what? I think everything besides Robert Pattinson's Batmobile. Look, while we're talking about the Batmobile real quick, all right? My three favorite Batmobiles: Batman Returns, which is the same as the 89, Batman Forever, I like it, and of course, the one we got at Batman versus Superman. All three of those are my favorite. All right, which one of those three I like the most? Batman versus Superman. All right, because it's just awesome. But the Lego version, the one we got in the movie, I guess the one from the Lego movie, or which one was it? The Batman Lego movie. That one was good, for what it is. But when we come to the Batmobiles, like they started losing me in the Dark Knight. I was like, what's this big tank? But then it really got out of hand when we saw Robert Pattinson's Fast and the Furious car. Honestly, that's not a Batmobile. It's like that's straight up a Fast and the Furious vehicle. I was like, I can't take this serious. I just can't. Honestly, it's like I scratch my head till today. I'm like, how is that even being approved? That should just be straight up in the Fast and the Furious. Yep, nobody's hyped for James Gunn's DCU except his bots. That's it. Yep, restore the Snyderverse and give Interstellar 2. That would be nice. That would be nice. Yeah, you know what? Batman and Robin is good, honestly. Even that's better than what we have right now, than what's coming up too. Honestly, like, uh, release the Schumacher cut if you want to say. I'm down for that. Oh yeah, for sure. Batman and Robin on loop better than the Flush or Blue Dung Beetle. Yeah, same thing. Yep, yep. Those gun guzzlers, you already know. They always get mad about everything, then they want to play the victim. Batman Forever and Batman and Robin felt like a comic book with the neon look. Yeah, yeah, that was dope. Yeah, the only thing I didn't like was Two Face, that he was a little bit too much, like with that zebra outfit that he had and that whole pink face. And but it was good. I mean, for what it is, and during those times, I mean that's yeah, worst box office disaster. Do you think Gunn canceled Superman and Lois because he is copying elements from the show? For sure, for sure. James Gunn is canceling everything and everything that he can. You know why? Plain and simple, because he just wants to do what he wants to do. He just wants to leave his quote unquote legacy, which is going to be the worst of all history in the DC cinematic universes. Because, of course, you have the Burton verse, you have the Nolan verse, the Snyder verse, the Schumacher verse. Now you got the Matt Reeves verse, and when we get down to James Gunn, we're all gonna be like, "Capital WTF happened during that time?" It's well, how did this even happen? It's completely ridiculous. Words can't even describe the level of complete stupidity that WB is allowing. And it's like, come on, like the most iconic characters, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. And then they're turning now Superman into a joke, literally. And most likely Lois Lane's gonna help him and she's gonna be the main star. Yeah, that says a lot. And what's next? Of course, Batman. Get ready for a happy, corny, smiling Batman, cracking perverted jokes, because that's gonna come. And Wonder Woman, I don't even want to imagine what they're gonna. Yeah, the Batmobile does. Batman versus Superman, the one with the blue lights. Yep. The Flush. Batman only kills when there's no choice, last resort. Exactly. He's just defending, so he's just people gonna go out in the duty of line, if you want to say. What is the only good part about the Flush was the Clooney, because it reminded me of Batman and Robin '97. Yeah, that's the only kind of thing if you want to say for nostalgia, but sometimes nostalgia isn't everything. And honestly, at this point, I'm tired of nostalgia. It's like, can we not do nostalgia anymore? Let's just do more creative, original things. Like, we don't need nostalgia. If you want to capitalize on nostalgia, bring Michael Keaton and do Batman Beyond. That's it. And Michael Keaton, we don't need another movie with him. I really don't want to see him in another movie. Just bring him in, be the mentor, like in Batman Begin. I mean, Batman with Batman Beyond, and just go with that franchise and pick off it. Like just start something new. Yeah, it should have been Calvin Affleck. Yeah, because they have filmed the scenes with them, but then of course James Gunn came and screwed everything up like a hurricane. Yeah, Michael Keaton was good in the Flush, but still it didn't make the movie make the money they thought it was gonna make. So I'm glad, because it proved them wrong. Yeah, I seen the Lego Snyderverse Batmobile. I've seen it on some pictures. It's pretty cool. It looks good for what it is in the Lego. His was like the worst part in that movie. Batman is not a fastest. No, he's not. Yeah, they made him like the Joker, and that new Joker in Matt Reeves' universe. Honestly, that looks like straight up a killer clown from outer space. He looks like he belongs on a freaking movie of killer clowns from outer space. I'm like, that's not Joker. That's completely ridiculous. It's like it's just like they're not even trying anymore. Kind of straight people put the flush next to banners. I mean, everybody has everybody's entitled to their opinion. With the Flush and Batman Robin and all that. So I mean, for what it is, I mean, some are gonna enjoy it, some are not. Yeah, Batman's a Batmobile, Batflex. Yep, that's a chariot right there, straight up realistic Batmobile. That one was like a hybrid, like it's straight up. The Keaton Batmobile gave birth to Ben Affleck's Batman. Dope as hell, dope, awesome Batmobile. Hell yeah, fast and aggressive. Yeah, Blue Beetle was really bad. I cringed throughout the whole movie from beginning to end. Like I say, in the first 10 minutes of a movie, you can tell if it's gonna be good or bad. If the first 5 to 10 minutes, it tells you a lot. I hear the Joker 2 has a $1 million budget, but you know what? That's not really that much. 100 million for Joker 2, because they're gonna make their money back. That movie probably is not going to make a billion, but it's gonna pass 500 million for sure. Because Lady Gaga, she's a music expert. She's real good when it comes to like like her music videos on their own are weird as hell, but that's who she is, so she can sell who she is. And her playing Harley Quinn, I kind of want to say that it's good, but I don't want to say it's gonna be the best. But I think it's gonna go like almost like a music video, and if they're gonna stick to that whole musical, she's probably gonna nail it just because she's good in music, the dancing, and she's good with all that stuff. And probably Joker's just gonna be like on the side dancing or something. So who knows what the hell that's gonna be. Better than the I agree with that. Better than the whole Flush movie. Yep. Batman Forever. That's the one you like. Nice. Good. Good. I mean, hey, some people are gonna like it. Some people are not. I still like that Batmobile. Oh, for sure, it's gonna be woke. Let's not. For sure, there's no doubt about that. Wonder Woman, alright, see Clooney back, but please a different director. Yeah, I'm sure something would be different if there was another director to do it. I'm telling you, they should have just capitalized and used the multiverse. They could do so much with it. Yep, if Keaton comes back, Tim Burton should direct it. I agree. They recently made Beetlejuice 2 together. Hell yeah, they should. After all these years, if we can get Keaton to come back for Beetlejuice, then hell, we can get Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot to come back and reprise their roles. So that's another thing too that, the Gun Bros are always trying to like say, oh, they won't come back. They'll come back. Money talks. And at the same time, they know what's up. I lost faith in Gunverse. I've never had faith in Gunverse, honestly. As soon as I saw that James Gunn was coming on board, I was like, yeah, this guy's not the right one. He's not worthy of it. And look at what he's done. He's proven to be a disaster. Don't get me wrong, The Flush was a garbage movie, but the scenes with like with him, with his mom, like all that, it was dope. Like I ain't gonna lie, like it had me in my feelings. I was like, damn, that was kind of deep. It was kind of sad at the end when like he left the time or whatever and stuff like that. So on that part, it was good. But overall, supporting James Gunn, he ain't getting a penny from me. Screw that. He shouldn't get none from you either. Honestly, if you're watching, that don't support him. Honestly. Tim Burton needs to direct. Yes, he does. James Gunn, hypocritical, not keeping character, not well enough for the Yeah, he's cherry picking. He's just straight up picking and choosing who stays and who doesn't go, which it makes no sense, honestly, because at this point where we're at is just completely ridiculous. There's nothing else we can say about that. Batman and Robin is better than the Flush. I gotta agree with you. But let's not get this wrong. Even though Andy Muschietti did what he did for the Flush, that opening with Ben Affleck, with his quote unquote stunt, it was good. Right before they got to the part where Wonder Woman comes out. That was like cheesy as hell, but that was good with what they did. Yeah, we'll see what's up with that Welcome to Perry or whatever that thing's called. But Blue Beetle wasn't woke at least. It wasn't woke, but it was garbage. So the flush was delayed a year for alterations. There's a better cut. That movie purposely sabotaged. The Clooney part was a big fu. Yeah, exactly. I agree with you. Remember, they were filming with Ben Affleck. They were supposed to have the whole Justice League appear in the flush, and I remember that some pictures leaked out about it, and then they were like with Henry Cavill. Some people were talking about it. Some other YouTubes that I saw. I didn't get a chance to see the pictures, and apparently that was taken down like really quick. So once James Gunn came on board, everything got completely scrapped. And honestly, all that footage is sitting in a vault at WB that hopefully one day we can be able to see along with Batgirl, because of course that footage isn't destroyed. It's just there in a vault, just thrown away. Just actually good as Ivy. For the times, it was a little weird. I didn't like that Bane though. That Bane was complete ridiculous. But yeah, I mean, for what we got, it was good. It wasn't that bad. I haven't seen Blue Beetle. Is it mid? I mean, it's one of those you watch one time and then you're done. So check it out. I mean, yeah, if you can see it, check it out. It's one of those one-time movies, I guess. Yeah, James Gunn loves to cancel everything besides his DC universe. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire looks good. I wonder if Vigo will return. You know what? I mean, I'm not a Ghostbusters fan, and barely from what I remember of the old ones. I mean, the only dude that I like is that green one, Slimer. That's it. I don't really know nothing about Ghostbusters, but yeah, I mean, if it looks good for the ones that enjoy it, I mean, go for it. I just can't wait for that Godzilla versus Kong, that new Empire. Notice how everything is now having Empire in it now. I gotta go now. Thanks. All right, thanks, man. I appreciate you for stopping by. Not sure how backed up I am on the comments, but I'm trying to catch up. Release Batgirl under Elseworlds. Yeah, I want to see what that was gonna be about, honestly. All right, I'm trying to see. All right, I feel bad for Brandon Fraser, who was going to make his comeback in Batgirl. Yeah, you know what? I wanted to see him because I'm a huge fan of Firefly, and when I saw that Brandon was going to be Firefly, that was gonna be fire, pun intended. Do you see what I'm saying? There is some footage that's out there on the internet of them like filming like behind the scenes and stuff like that. And for what we have with those video images while they were filming, I personally want to see that. I'm like, I want to see what happens with that. Like the way that Batgirl's like, I guess she's about to fight him on one of the fire trucks, and then he's like with a blowtorch, just like shooting up and stuff like that. So I was like, damn, that would have been nice to see. Like imagine if this is just me speculating. This is what I would have done if I was a director in a scene like that. I would have done the following. I would have used the multiverse, have Keaton in his Batmobile chasing the fire truck, have Batgirl on top, and then on the other side, guess who pops in? Ben Affleck with his Batmobile. Both side to side. One goes right behind either or the Batmobiles, and the other one would go on the side. So just have, both of the Batman fighting, but getting ready to take down Firefly, because I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Arkham game on Arkham Knight. There's something similar like that. You have to chase down Firefly, and you gotta like hit him. I think it was, I don't remember what it is. One of those grapples to like slow him down. I would have done something similar to that, but add a little bit more action scenes to it, where of course you see the Batmobile, probably Keaton in the back, just auto driving, and then on the side you have Ben Affleck that he's driving the same how we saw in Suicide Squad, just pulling up next to the truck to try to take him down, or like try to hit the truck or something like that. Just make something more exciting and just more action packed with that scene, but using both of the versions of Batman, like, and of course, bringing in with the multiverse, that would have just been something a little bit more entertaining with that. Oh, that would be dope. Like honestly, to see both of them like interact and go at it. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like they could have used the multiverse to the fullest and done what they did in No Way Home, and DC would have made their own multiverse where we would have Ben Affleck. Hell, if you want to throw in George Clooney since he's already there, why not? You know, like have him in his bat suit, and of course Keaton, and of course focusing on Affleck. Yo, that would have been a game changer right there. I think that would have helped out the movie a lot if they would have just focused more on Ben Affleck. Because I mean, technically that is the Batman of the DCEU, but I don't know which dumbass decided to say in the studio, "Hey, let's go with Keaton and let's focus with him." You know, it's like these people are completely, it doesn't make no sense. The studio made up with Andy Machines movie, Kamal, Smiley Face, Batman, not even animated movies. We see that. Yep, yep, for sure. That's the studio, and you can see that was James Gunn's work. He probably was like, "Oh, let's have Batman smile." You know, I'm sure that's what he's gonna do when we see Brave and the Bold, if it ever gets made. That would have been year one relics. Nice. D. Morris, Thomas West, Keaton. Yeah, they were supposed to have something with Thomas Wayne, but who knows what happened with that also. The Madam Web apparently is worse than the Flush, but who knows? Apparently, and I think now they have it on. I saw something that you can rent or buy it on YouTube. So apparently now you can like stream it or something like that. That's how bad that movie is. You know, it sucks. It really does. But again, Sony's being Sony, doing what they think that's best. You know, the Flashpoint paradox, the Flush. Yep, that's what we're gonna get. The paradox, but. Again, WB doing what WB does best. Madam Web is the worst. Nothing is worse than the Flash. Morbin time. Oh man, you know what? Even though Morbius was bad, but we gotta give them props. They hit the studio. I mean, they hit the theaters twice, and it still did bad. You know, it's like man, that's crazy, yo. This Flash in time. James Gunn, David Corn, Sweaty, Superman. Yeah, it won't get made. It's flushing time, and then you hear the sound of the flush. That would be funny, you know. Oh man, I'm seeing Godzilla Kong with my best friend and stepdad. Nice, nice. Yeah, I can't wait. I think it comes out on Friday. That would be dope. I really hope they don't disappoint with that movie because Godzilla's it's something different than superheroes, you know. The last one was good, but it could have been a little bit better. But for what we got, I mean, the fight scene with Mechagodzilla, to me, that made it up. So I was like, all right, cool. You know, like I'll ignore everything else. Oh, that'll be sick. You imagine that disgusting? James Gunn's gonna have Batman changing Damien's diapers. I wouldn't be surprised. And you guys saw the post that he put, right? Something about that statue, the glass Superman or something like that. And he says something about I guess the bananas, and he's like, "Oh, I think he's holding it to put them in my mouth." I'm like, this dude's still going with these type of jokes. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's the crowd that he's appealing and trying to please, you know. And it's like, this dude's just completely like he's disgusting, you know, it's just sick. But then that's the CEO we got, right? Running DC Studios. Complete clown. I guess the real Madam Web was the friends we made along the way. James Gunn likes Clooney Batman. I bet him and Nathan Fillion to make the Batman run away. Yeah, probably they did. I'm not gonna sit here and deny it, but I do have that Batman and Robin wave from McFarlane. You know, I had to get it, you know, because from I grew up watching Batman and Robin and all that, and of course the toys from back then with the Kenner line were nice for that time, but now I look back at them, I'm like, yeah, no, I like the McFarlane more. So yeah, yeah. It's Snyder time. Yep, yep. Tonight, starting at midnight, whatever time zone you're in, or if you're already in the next day, if, you know, wherever, what part of the world you are, just start using the hashtags already. Let's start posting it. Let's start getting this the trend tomorrow. We gotta just stick with this trend. Restore the Snyderverse, release the Ayer cut, and of course, Rebel Moon. Tomorrow is going to be a big day. April is going to be a fantastic month because we're going to get Rebel Moon 2, and there's no stopping us. You know, it's just we just keep on growing, and it's awesome. You know, what a great time it is to be a Snyder fan. You know, and this is what pisses off the haters because they can't stop us, and no matter what they try to do, we keep on going. We don't give up. You want to see a Snyder versus Gunn movie directed by me? Oh, that would be interesting. I would straight up, yo, like the stuff that I have in my head to make everything come true. Oh my God. Like, I'm telling you straight up, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or not, but I do have some nice ideas in my head that I'll be like, how are you guys not capitalizing on this? There's so much potential, you know? And I don't know how these directors are not seeing the potential that Batman with Ben Affleck and everything in that universe has. There's so much. And again, the power of the multiverse is just nuts. That's like saying you have straight up gold and diamonds in front of you, but you don't know what to do with it. That's exactly what they're at right now. You know, like the shit I would come up with would be freaking awesome. Freaking WB would like straight up be like on top of the game if I was to do like a Batman short. I'll be like, yo, let me just show you this. Let them go with it, you know. But sometimes you can't just give ideas because then, you know, they can take them and, you know, it's just, you don't want to put your stuff out there. That's why I give it to Zach what he did at SnyderCon when they told him, oh, how would you make your Batman movie? He didn't say nothing. Neither Ben Affleck. They were both like, yeah, that's something we'll talk about if we were to do the movie. Boom, that's how you do it. Can't give those ideas sometimes. Yeah, Brave and the Bold. Uh, it's gonna be Shrek the third bad. Yeah, it's gonna be really bad, honestly. You know, I'm not looking forward to it. I wish I was, but I'm just not, honestly. Yeah, Gunn makes tweets about that all the time, you know, so I'm not surprised. Yep, he does. Yeah, they were cool back then. The Kenner toys, I mean, they're pretty dope for what it is for nostalgia. Like I have some of mine, and I'm like ready to sell them soon. So if any of y'all are interested, they might be going up for sale real soon. Cause I already have like the modern ones, which is like, you know, the newer versions of the old ones. So I'm like, why even have them anymore? Imagine Hasbro had the license to make DC figures. You know what? No. How about no? Why do I say that? Because when Hasbro had the license for Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, that was shit. That was the worst line that ever came out. I like what Mattel did with what they're doing now with Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, all that stuff. But when Mattel had the license for DC, what they did with Suicide Squad, what they did with the Snyderverse, you know, with the movies and stuff like that, those figures were good for that time. I still have them, you know, like the main ones. But with what McFarlane is doing, honestly, McFarlane is just destroying the industry, you know, with the toy industry. He's just destroying it. The market is insane with what he's doing, and he's constantly putting out product. Like this dude's like every week putting out something new, but he's appealing everybody, and that's understandable. That's why I'm glad that he gave us Batman versus Superman, the Ben Affleck version that we've been all waiting for. Hopefully we get more stuff, and then on top of that, I don't know if some of y'all know this, but Target snuck right under us the Henry Cavill Target exclusive figure. They just re-released it without saying anything. So it's like, yo, what the hell? I bought mine's. Sadly, I had to buy scalper price on eBay recently, so it should be arriving tomorrow. Finally, I'm getting it, the red and blue version. I didn't like the black suit just because I want more the you know the red and blue, the red and blue look. But once I get that, I'll post up a video and stuff like that too. But it's nice, you know. It's nice to finally have these figures that, especially with the modern take, you know, it's insane. Yo, everyone will go hard like someone's lady's giving them a head job. You see, this is why I like these streams, man. You guys don't hold back. I like that, man. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how these streams should be. They should be fun. They should be entertaining. And just have a good time, you know, man. Y'all wild, man. Oh man. All right, let me see. I'm trying to see. All right, stealing solo from world class bullshit. That's the greatest. What if all time says director should do a similar thing with Snyder versus Gunn? Uh, Explain a little bit more about that. I'm a little confused. Same thing with Snyder versus Gunn. Break it down a little bit more, Parker, because I'm kind of confused on that one. Yeah, make Snyder versus Gunn. What do you mean, make Snyder versus Gunn? Like compare them, or like what? I love their Transformer figures from Hasbro. Yeah, yeah, for sure, man. I mean, I collect Transformers. That's the best thing they make, man. Honestly, the Transformers is freaking amazing. McFarlane should do a Spawn movie. Yeah, they're doing a movie. I don't know what's the update, but recently he came out. He said that apparently it's still I guess is good to go. So I don't know about that. Spawn's pretty dope too. Marlon figure, nice, nice. He's doing so great. Exactly. That's what these people do because when they're haters, they don't want to see you succeed. You know, when you're succeeding, they're just gonna make and fabricate all type of lies. And it's great figure. Yeah, blue and red Cavill. That's the one. Yep. What up, Alex? John. Yes, restore the Snyderverse. Release the air cut. I was a kid, my stepbrother and I had a huge bin of Transformer figures. Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, man, I collect a lot of Transformers. Not everything, but some. I'm more into Leader class and Commander class, and the one that we just got 2 days ago, the one from the HasLab exclusive, the Omega Prime. I only got it just because it looks so badass, and I know, like, it's just an exclusive with Hasbro, so that's why I backed it. I didn't want to, but I was like, I'm not gonna pay scalper price because that price is gonna be releases next year. I would like to see what Hasbro bring out. I like to see NECA make DC figures too. NECA did make DC figures a few years ago. We're talking about probably like 6 or 7 years ago. Probably like 7 years ago. They have made what was it? Batman Begins. They made Harley. They made so what else? They made a Joker. I remember because I had them, but I sold them years ago. Those were like the big ones. I think they're like 18 inches, but they just made them in a small 6 inch scale or 7 inch, I think at the time. And like they were good for what NECA put out. They were pretty good. And but now we have what McFarlane has given us. And then I do have just two big Batman, the Arkham Origins, the 18 inch, and the one from man, which is the other one? I can't remember. Oh, the Arkham Knight. Those are the two. I was trying to get the Batman versus Superman, but one is too expensive, or two I just can't find it. So I'm like, yeah, hopefully one day I can get it. Yep, boycott WB. Yep, we have to. Yep, they've done this to themselves. Sadly at this point, WB has just done this to themselves. They could redeem themselves, but they choose not to, again, because of their ego, but it is what it is. But again, we're not going to stop. We're going to keep on fighting because, of course, we made this possible right here. It's like freaking amazing. Everybody said, no, we're never going to get the Snyder Cut. It's never going to happen. And boom, we finally have it. Batman Begins was peak, but Dark Knight, not so good. You know what? I like both. Batman Begins and The Dark Knight, both are really good films. The third one, The Dark Knight Rises, was garbage. I was like, yeah, you could tell Christopher Nolan was tired. He was like, there's so many mistakes in that movie. It's like if you look it up on YouTube, just type in like mistakes of The Dark Knight Rises movie, and you'll see everything. It's crazy. It's like, how did that slip? But it happens. The Dark Knight Rises is underrated. Yeah, but I just don't like The Dark Knight Rises. Compared to the other two films were way better. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Batman vs Superman is an underrated masterpiece as The Dark Knight Rises. Yep, but a lot of people love it, honestly. Because look at that, 10 years later, and we're still talking about Batman vs Superman like if it was last year. That's how quality works. When you have quality, people will keep on talking about it, and especially what WB did to us, the fans, that they robbed us from giving us more, what they had quote unquote promised us, and look at where we're at. But we're not giving up. We're still fighting because we're passionate. And that's the thing that a lot of people don't understand. We're passionate fans. We love what we're doing. It's like we're fighting for what we love. And what we love is the Snyderverse. And the Snyderverse continues. It's not right now at DC, but overall, the Snyderverse is still alive. Like Snyder be saying, he's like, Snyderverse lives and it's on Netflix right now. And when we get Rebel Moon tomorrow, I'm telling y'all, that's gonna break the internet. Everybody's ready for that, you know. And I can't wait to hear all of these people that are like bad mouthing Rebel Moon. They're like, "Oh, Rebel Moon wasn't good. Oh, it was a flop." And then when they see how good the trailer is gonna be, especially the views, that's gonna speak on its own, you know. Yeah, Bale, he started fading in the background. The villain started becoming the main characters. Yeah, I didn't like what's his name, Tom Hardy as Bane. I was like, I wasn't feeling that Bane too much, and the way he went out was too weak. I was like, yeah, that that ain't my, that's not my Bane. I was like, what happened, you know? But again, this is what these studios do. Batman versus Superman is the only Snyder film you don't really like. Oh wow, okay. I mean, to each their own, you know. Yep, we're real fans. I mean, that's what makes fans, you know. We're gonna like and enjoy what we do. Yeah, when Watchmen was a banger back then. Yep, yep. That's cool. If you don't like it, that's cool. But yeah, I think I'm about to hang out for another like 3 minutes. So if y'all want to drop your comments and stuff, I'll read them. Watchmen is a masterpiece. Watchmen is Mega Man. They both bombed at the box office, but got big fan base. Yeah, that's crazy, you know. They got the fan following, so that's, I guess that's a good thing. Yep, haters never change. They just get worse, but you know that's their nature. So what can we do? You know, here we are. Like I said, tomorrow once this goes up and we see that trailer for Rebel Moon 2, that's gonna be dope. I can't wait, honestly. You know, this is interesting. You know, I don't know who's your favorite character from Rebel Moon. I gotta say, mine's Nemesis. She's my favorite character. Um, I hope they explain why she got her hair cut like this. I'm not feeling that. That's the only one thing I don't like. Probably is a good reason, but I like her more with her long hair. And let's see. Hopefully, we get more of Jimmy, and we get some more stuff featured with Jimmy too. So it was pretty cool too. I liked him. You know, for what it is, like I said, it's good. So I'm dying laughing. He talks about how he loves Wednesday all the time. I mean, that's good. You know, everybody's gonna like what they're gonna like. You know, I'm going to follow you on Twitter. All right, cool, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, I tend to post on Twitter from time to time. I'm more active here, but I'll still be active over on Twitter. You know, I'll just try to stay in touch with everybody. I know sometimes it's hard and notifications and all that stuff. So, yeah, Man of Steel is great. Batman versus Superman, phenomenal. My favorite character is the villain. Oh yeah, the villain. Oh my god, this dude is straight up an asshole. This guy right here, straight dick. He's an ass of ass. You know, like damn, that dude's mean. But I get it, and that's what sells again in any movie. Like if you can compare the actor to the character, and that's how you feel that's that role that he's living, it's like yeah, you know, like the job is done, you know, in the sense where like the actor really portrayed the character very well, you know, and it's like that's good, you know. Sometimes we forget from real life to the actors and the actresses, and you know, it's like yeah, yeah, but they do what they got to do. So yeah, bring back Henry Cavill. Are you guys gonna see that movie with Henry Cavill? I forgot what it's called. It's got a long title. I just saw a trailer for it today. I was like, I didn't even know he was on it. And he has his mustache and everything. I don't know. It's like I think it's like a war movie or something like that. I was like, all right, I'm gonna have to check that out. Yeah, he is exactly. That's exactly what he is. A straight super Nazi. You know, it's crazy. That's but that's what his character is, you know. It's like this dude's a tyrant. He's a badass. He just wants everything. So you know, I want to see how he's gonna go out and how they're gonna do what they're gonna do for the end. That's gonna be interesting. But yeah, all right then, y'all. So I'm about to let y'all go. I really appreciate everybody. We've been chatting it for an hour and 10 minutes. Like I said, thank you for watching, for tuning in, all that good stuff. And I'm working a little bit more on the channel, so I'll be a little bit more active and stuff like that. So I'll be posting up videos tomorrow, especially with this whole Rebel Moon, and of course, restore the Snyderverse. Remember, do not stop, keep on going. Tonight at midnight, or if you want to start now, that's what I've been doing, just starting to use the hashtag to help the algorithm and keep on going and keep on moving. So peace, peace, peace to everybody. Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know everything. The main villain, Rebel Moon, made me want to punch him in the face. Yep, that means that he played his character very well. Yep, bring back Snyder, Affleck, Cavill, bring them all back. Gal Gadot, bring them all back. Hell, even bring back Ezra Miller. And I know some of y'all don't like him, but for continuity's sake, I want to see him still continue to reprise his role and keep on going. So, this is what we need. So, for sure, Cyborg, bring them all. But yeah, I appreciate y'all. And as always, until next time, peace. Y'all stay safe, all right? Later.